Okay, we're going to be basically doing a lot of the same things that we did in our vertical menu, but this time we're going to create a horizontal menu. There's many different methods that can be used, but I'm just going to be showing you a simple one. The main difference, as you'll see, is that the horizontal menu is we're going to be using a display of inline that we're going to apply to our LI elements. So let's go ahead and let's go about creating this, and I'm basically starting with the exact same file that we used for our vertical menu system. The first thing I want to do, of course, is to remove my bullets. So let's go ahead and do that. Nav container UL, and I'll change the list style type to none. And then what we'll do is we'll go ahead and we'll just remove the margin and padding, just like we did in the last one. So if we save and we refresh, this should all look very familiar. No bullets, and we've removed margin and padding. The next thing that I'm going to do is, because I want this to be a horizontal menu system, I don't want it to be vertical, is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to force the list onto one line. So I'll go ahead and I'll use the inline display to do that. So let's go ahead and let's do that. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to set a style for navigation. Oops, that was actually just nav container UL space LI. So this is going to affect all list items that are within an unordered list that are in the nav container. And we'll just go ahead and we'll use our display and set it to inline. So if I save and refresh the page, you're going to see that now my page is wide enough. My items are not going to wrap. They're not going to be stacked vertically. They're going to be horizontal, which is what I want. So let's go about making some additional styles. Once again, we're going to go ahead and we're going to remove the underline. So we want to go ahead and do that on the A tag, just like we did before. And we'll just go ahead and set the text decoration here to none. So that's going to go ahead and remove our underlines, which is what we want. And then the next thing we need to do is we need to add some padding around. We need each of the items to be kind of a box. So we're going to go ahead and put padding this time on the A tags. So let's go ahead and let's set a little bit of padding. So here I have my padding, and let's actually, I went ahead and just did text decoration A, which is fine. I could also go ahead and be more specific and put UL LIA. So any A tag that is within a list that was in an unordered list. It would probably work with just using A, but let me just be a little bit more specific. Let's go ahead and let's set our padding. So I'm going to go ahead and set padding, and the padding that we're going to be using is going to be 0.2 ems for the right and for the left, and we'll use 1 em for the top and for the bottom. So if we save and refresh, you can see how now everything's spaced out a little bit. So this is going to give me more of like a horizontal type menu feel. I definitely want to add background color, and I can apply border there, and there's obviously many combinations that you can do on this. We're going to go ahead and we're going to add a background color to our A tags. So we'll just come in here and do a little background color, and let's go ahead and let's set the background color to be that same blue that we used before. So if I save and I reload my page, you can see what this looks like. That blue default text is not doing much for me. So let's change the text color to white. Yikes, that hurts my eyes. Okay, this should look a little bit better. All right, perfect. So you can see how this is building. And we'll go ahead and we will add a rollover color. So let's go ahead and add a hover. Nav container, ULLIA : hover. And I'm going to go ahead and just add the background color. And let's go ahead and specify the background color to be that lighter blue. So now when I reload the page and I hover over, you can see how these turn to be a lighter blue. The next thing I'd like to do is I'd actually like my list to be more centered on the page instead of just floating over there in the left. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on my nav container UL, the one that we applied at the top, and I'm going to go ahead and I've already set my padding and margin and our list style type. Let's just go ahead and do a text align, and we'll go ahead and set that to center. And now this looks much better. So you can see it's centered on the page, and this would be the basis for a horizontal type menu. And obviously there's lots of different variations. As we talked about, we could do some of the things that we did on the vertical menu variation. We could actually go ahead and, put a background color behind the buttons. So you have a lot of options available, but this is, again, just a simple example for you to create a horizontal menu system. And I think that you'll find both of these techniques very useful, and you'll be able to, incorporate them into your web pages to make pure CSS menu systems, which of course is very exciting.